sec, and
I actually have to wait until the stream goes up, so there's that.
yeah, I know.
Oh. By the way, my new desk is wicked. Also, one of the screens, my second screen was broken. Well, it wasn't broken. The adapter to go from the regular PC monitor into the, I don't know what they're called, but the big Mac computers that's just a screen. I don't know what they're called.
iMac. That's
There
what
we
I've
go,
got.
an iMac. I've got one of those, and I had like a PC monitor that was plugged into it, and it had like this weird big adapter that goes into the small adapter that goes into the back. And that messed up when the IT guy was moving me, and he pulls it out and he goes, "Yeah, this isn't right," and he starts wiggling it, and it's actually making this really, really horrible rattle sound. I'm like, not meant to do that. And he goes, "Yeah, no, it's not." And if you grab the little adapter that goes into the back of the iMac, it would actually rotate. So the shrink wrap hadn't like shrunk properly around the cabling, so that was gonna go anytime.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But because of it, I'm the only one who now has massive iMac-sized screens.
Cool. I just tweeted it out. Hopefully that should pop up.
Oh, I'm so proud of it.
Babe, if you want to give it a listen.
Where is it?
We're live. Links up on Twitch. So
You're saying offline for me.
refresh the page, maybe.
Oh, there we go.
Turns out Celestalon is in Sydney.
Did you want me to mute TeamSpeak or?
It's up if you can stand both of. Oh, Spanky's here. That was quick.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, as long as you can hear us and it sounds good, and there's no weirdness.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Whoever is in the chat room, tell us.
Yeah, I don't know if my push to talk sound comes through at all.
It should,
it's just a key.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, you just hear the key
click
from time to time. It's not even that loud or
Sorry.
noticeable, really.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, 30 seconds, between us actually talking and the chat room.
Twitch is doing a weird thing.
But yeah, that's about it. There's nothing we can do. That's just how Twitch works, because people like to do naughty things on Twitch, so admins are able to swoop in and kill a stream before it happens.
Well, Twitch has decided not to work for me.
Oh, that's weird. Well, we're getting the okay from Spanky.
Yeah.
I'm just refreshing mine.
Yeah, no, mine's like, it's just got a buffering, keeps going.
Oh no.
Kill the page and reopen it in a new tab.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh,
I
wait.
see. Raids of Azura.
Yep, that's all you're supposed to see for now. And babe, I'm an idiot because I didn't ask you for background image with Reigns of Azeroth written across it, which would have been a lot better. So I used our
Yeah, go for it. It's fine. It's the exact
banner.
same thing, really.
Pretty much. I loaded it up and I looked at it and went, it's blank.
Oh.
Wait a sec, I have a picture. And then I looked through my files. I'm like, I've got one that says Reigns of Azeroth on it. Why didn't I just use that? I'm so silly.
Okay, so mine is still doing a thing.
Okay. Well, we're getting the all clear from the chat room regardless.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to mute your mic.
Because the only thing is... No, it's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, well, I should probably retweet that as well. Okay. So... Did you finish up all the show notes? And, 'cause I saw that you were...
Yep.
No, it's not moving claw. It's just probably just your eyes.
Please don't have a stroke.
Um,
And also welcome.
you can come back.
And hello, Moriarty.
Serious. Okay, so show notes are all good. Yes.
Yeah, sure, we'll wing it.
Okay, fair enough. We've got show notes. We've got pictures. We've got a special thing to show. It's up to you, Cinder, if we start like now or at 8:30.
I reckon we should start at 8:30 because that's what time we said for people. So, you can just hang around for a wee bit.
No worries. Serious, you can unmute yourself and you can talk until we actually start. Okay.
Yep, I ended up fixing up wrong. It was just me being a dingus. Alright, so everything's sorted out in terms of images?
Yep.
Alright, that's good.
Also, Cinder, I'm sorry about all the emails that we keep getting in the Reigns of Azeroth Gmail account from logging in somewhere on Twitter and stuff, because that's me
okay.
logging in incognito, so I don't have to log myself out of Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I do the same thing as well.
Yeah. I've never seen those emotes before. Huh.
Yeah, I don't Twitch very often at all, so I don't know. I don't know.
No, I've seen a fair few of them. I've never seen the Warglaive and the Sulfurous one. Seen the one Claw posted. I mean, geez.
My biggest issue tonight, because I've got the stream going on my other computer, but my biggest issue is going to be remembering that they're two separate computers and trying not to click on things on my other monitor with the wrong mouse.
Fair enough. I used to do that when I had my laptop on my desk. Like,
Yeah.
I would move my mouse around, being like, why is it not working? Oh, wait, I gotta use the mouse pad on the laptop to do stuff.
Just occurred to me, if I'm organized, I can paste links for people while we're talking.
That is true.
I should do that, and then I can be helpful. Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, the Deathwing looks like it's crying. Okay. Yeah, some of them look like custom emotes. I don't think I sub to any channels on Twitch because I don't watch Twitch that much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I met the Lich King, he would be very angry that I beat the crap out of him hundreds of times and took his horse. And his... No, not technically his weapon, but yeah, I do have Shadowmon. I love noble stuff on YouTube. Of course you sub to Lore. Claw. When's the next Law with Claw segment? Cinder,
I'm
do you
sure
have any
that we'll have
plans?
quite a few once Legion comes out, because there's heaps of stuff to talk about, but we don't want to talk about it before it actually all happens. So that, and it's a bucket load of work for Claw. So I don't want to go, hey, we're going to do this next week, Claw, off you go.
Well, Moriarty, that's a mount you're missing out on if you haven't done Shadowmourn.
Yes. Yep.
If I was smart enough, I probably would have ran 3 characters through there at the same time when doing Shadowmourn, because I don't really want to redo it. If I'd known you could sell them, I would have been like, alright, I'll just take 3 at a time through there. That audio drama was incredible. I loved it so much.
Yeah, but I think that that's definitely just with Spanky's comment. That's leading to more stuff as well.
True.
I
want them to do more of those.
Yeah, it'd be nice if somebody said it'd be good if they did them for, like before the raids and stuff, because the raids have meaning, or they should have meaning.
Yeah, especially some of the random ones. Like if they'd done one before High Mall, we would have kind of known why we were going into High Mall.
Yeah,
and a lot of people now hearing the audio drama like, why did you not do this for the whole book before Warlords?
Because
why not
they
make
didn't need
an audio book of like an audio version of the Trial of Garrosh? Because not many people know what happens, which is why a lot of people were confused about how Garrosh got to Draenor, which I didn't really know about until I actually did a ton of digging.
Yeah, they just didn't do that very well. I don't think that the audio drama needed to be anything longer than what it was. I think it did lose its novelty if it was.
Yeah. Your mod powers, if you have mod powers, Cinder and Sirius, are to do with actually clicking on individual people's names. So if someone jumps on the channel, starts saying stuff, you click their name and then you have a mute or ban option. Like there's no buttons all the way around the place. If he sends me a voice clip of him like squeeing and squealing like a little girl, I will put it on a board and play it over and over again through random episodes.
Are we able to see who's here now?
Yes, down the bottom, the 3 lines with 3 dots next to them. That should open up the viewers list. And there's also a number underneath at the bottom that says that there are 8.
I saw that. Yeah. Well, hi everyone.
So now we do have
start
Moobot
soon.
in here as well. I am a
don't know
BM
what
hunter,
that
Spanky. I know how to do that. Sirius is a little stage fright. Let's see who's in the chat room. We've got all of us. Moobot will auto ban anyone who swears. So, yeah.
Oh god, I better be careful then.
That'll happen. No, if you specifically type into chat swear word, Moobot, I haven't configured it at all, so I think it automatically bans people who like start swearing and stuff. So, yeah. Yes, but you can control yourself. There are some people that like to jump into a random channel and just swear up a storm in chat and then leave because they think it's funny.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah, it's just one of those Twitch things.
Watch out for that banhammer claw.
I do have the option to just time him out. Honestly, I haven't. All I know is Moobot is like it recommends that you have it running regardless, and so I'm like, all right, fine, I'll have it running just in case. So, because I haven't actually looked at what it does properly.
Guess what?
What?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom again before we record.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'll be back.
Got 5 minutes. Next week's show is going to be a short one, and we're not going to stream it. It's just going to be recorded. We're probably going to record it on Monday and then just put it up on Tuesday, because we'll all be playing Legion then. So yeah, we'll be doing a short recording on Monday.
By the way, I'm just so excited to see the things.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's killing me.
I want to swap to some of the transmog stuff, but I don't as well. Like, I want to test it to see it works, but I don't. Also, funny thing is, the servers for Legion, I think our time don't go live until 5 p.m.
Yeah, on
Tuesday?
the 30th, but you can get it the day before. You can actually
And
go and
EB
pick up your game
Games
before.
allowing us to pick it up on Monday. Which I was like, okay, that's kind of helpful, but at the same time, I was always fine with like, sweet, I pick it up in the morning, and then I wait like 4.5, 5 hours until the servers go up, which I did with Pandaria and Warlords, I think.
Truthfully, I just can't wait for Sun and Moon to come out. I'm so taking the day off.
Well, getting the games before doesn't mean nothing. It means that you can put the code in and make sure you're ready to step into Legion. Well, step into level 101 content. Although, apparently people have figured out a way to get to 105 without even going into Legion zones.
Everyone does that every time. I remember going into WoD, people would go stock up on Mist's quests and stuff like that.
Yep, and because of bonus objectives as well. People are like, kill everything but one in all the bonus objectives, unless you're someone who actually plays the game and did all the bonus objectives as you went.
Some people have new mains, so...
Yeah, that's true. Stock up on, like, however many the maximum number of quests is. Actually, I think Iron Man Toons are suggested not to do the invasion stuff.
No, don't do that.
Lita and Stone are preferring people not to partake in invasions, because you can just get one shot killed if you're not like max level. Okay. Are
you going to play the intro music over this?
I was just looking for that, but I'm gonna cut it in normally.
Okay.
Because the way I've got this set up, Audacity doesn't record sounds that I play, so like I can play silly sounds and stuff, but that won't show up if I was recording.
Spanky, we had never prepared. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not.
Unless you're a demon hunter. Because Illidan said they are. Oh, also, I got this as well.
I don't know what we all just listened to, but there you go.
You've never seen Monsters, Inc.? No, I don't have a proper soundboard to do like stupid horns and stuff. Actually, I hope the chat actually heard that. I think it should be.
Did you guys hear singing? No.
Okay, so they won't hear the intro music.
Okay, we'll just add it in later. So
Okay.
it's like 8:30. Shall we do it?
Okay. I will press record while we still get more new followers on Twitch.
Ah, thanks everybody.
My phone is buzzing.
Watch me stuff this up.
Oh. When they listen to it on the download, it'll be perfect.
This is true.
Okay. Unless I forget to take out the countdown. Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of Raids of Azeroth. It is our first live recorded show, and I'm kind of scared. And with me, I have Spaz, and I'm pointing in this direction where Spaz would be if he were here. Hi, Spaz!
It's good to be here, kind of scared. Yeah.
I'm a little scared, but it will be fun. We have some lovely people in the chat room, so hi everybody.
Yes.
And I'm waving. I don't know why I'm waving. And I'm nervous all of a sudden because there's people listening now. And
Yes, and
I
the chat
can't
room can now
swear.
see our brand new banner art.
Oh, I can't
When-
yet because I'm waiting
Yes,
for
because the
delay.
30-second delay on Twitch, yes, but yes,
I'm so
Sirius did some lovely artwork for us, and
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so cool. I love it.
yes, it's got the pair of
serious?
us. Got the pair of us sitting there as if we were at desks together. She's in her little teapot because
That's so cute.
there was a reference a long while ago. She did a daily art of like her panda in a teapot because we tell her to mute herself while we record. So yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. Thank you so much, Sirius. Oh my god, how cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute. All right, well, it is our first live episode. So the good thing about this is that when I say something wrong, people can correct me like straight away. So, please go ahead and do that. So we will press on because we have loads of things to cover. So in this episode this week, we're going to be talking about transmog because, you can see some pretty pictures, but also transmog and the appearances tab has been a bit of a big deal. And, Legion's out next week, so we'll want you collecting things and stuff for that, for your appearance tab and stuff. So, let's get started with our mount count updates and whatnot. Spaz, how did you go this week?
I'm up to 237. I got myself the Onyxian Drake.
Yay!
And now I just need the Blue Drake for Awake the Drakes achievement. So
Oh, that's awesome. Are you
I need
finding that
the-
really hard on everything?
I need the Blue Drake and the Blue Proto Drake. And then I think that's all other than the time lost, like all the drakes that I need
Oh,
from
wow. Yep.
From Lich King.
Yep.
But I could be wrong.
Congrats. That's cool.
Um
Anything
anything
nice.
new
I
for
really
you?
like it.
'cause
No.
I got no new toys or anything.
No, I've had a useless week, and I've been working really hard. So I'd finished getting my druid leveled up, and then just for funsies, I'm like, oh, I've got a warrior. I'll see if I can get her up to level 60 so that I can put my boost on her. And so I've been taking her through all the invasions and stuff, and she's now like level 82 because those invasions are amazing. So she's been really fun to dress up. But other than that, no, I took my chamois through Lich King and stuff and nothing. And I've been taking my druid, because I have a shiny druid now, on all of these transmog runs because she's got nothing to wear. And she's been getting lots of transmog, but no mounts.
Yeah, well, there are some transmogs we have later on in the show that might give you some inspiration. But I did just remember I did get 2 achievements this week.
Oh, well done.
Captain Rumsey's Lager, which is a cooking achievement to brew the
cool. Yeah.
Captain Rumsey's Lager.
Mhm.
And I also got Second That Emotion, which is to eat one of each of the emotion foods, being last week's
Oh.
Mammoth, which makes you sad, Bad Clams, which makes you something, Haunted Herring, and the Tasty Cupcake, which makes you happy.
I didn't know they did things. I thought they were just
If-
names.
Okay, now, if you have a tune on Airy Peak on the Alliance side, I can give you one of each of those, because when you make them, you make 5 of each.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I've got like 4 I've got like 3 of each left, and I'm like, anyone in guild not have this achievement? No, I'll just leave them in my bag.
Okay.
I got plenty of bag space now, so I
I know,
might as
isn't
well
it
just leave them
wonderful?
in my bag until someone is like, anyone have this? But
Awesome.
yeah, that's
Oh,
about
that's
it.
good. I haven't had any new achievements. They've all just been old ones. So, all right. Well, we'll press on to the news, and not heaps to talk about. All of the Legion mounts are officially in the game and in the mount tab and whatnot. We're going to do a whole show about how to get them all because we don't want to talk about it now because some of them may be a bit spoilery and stuff. And it's just a lot easier to say if you go into this zone where such and such a quest happened, it's a lot easier to do that. So we're going to do a full episode about that in the future. But for now, just keep in mind if you are wanting to get your mounts, there'll be some from reputation grinds, some from world boss drops, some from professions and all that. So, do your reputation grinds. Aside from that, it'll help you get you
And-
flying. So.
And there's one certain fox-looking mount that I'm really happy on how you
Yes.
actually get it.
Really?
Yep, it's just from a quest
Oh,
that's
cool.
related
That's
to
good.
not Garrison, what's he quests from your class hall.
Okay, yep.
You get
Awesome.
a quest and then you have to do a bunch of those to get certain items, and it's kind of like, I was reading through it roughly the other day, and it's kind of a reference to like fox hunting, the
Okay.
old
Oh,
sport
okay.
of
Yeah.
hunting foxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, which
Okay.
kind of cool. But
So we'll cover that probably, I don't know, in the first couple of weeks that Legion comes out. We'll just give everyone a chance to actually play Legion. The other really awesome news, I'm going to skip one, is that EB Games, which is the Australian games selling people place here in Australia. EB Games, They sell games in Australia, announced this evening that we can pick up our physical collector's edition on the 29th of August, so Monday next week. So I get to have like a day where I can play a Demon Hunter, except for the fact that I have to go to work. So.
And you get to open the collector's edition and have a look at it and redeem the code for the mount. And
oh yes, I forgot all that. Yes, yeah, that'll be new mounts and pets for me next week. Very
yeah,
excited.
that's technically 2 mounts then, because the collector's edition and mount isn't the same as the Demon Hunter starting mount, is it?
No, you're right. Yeah, because if I make the Demon Hunter, I'll get the Demon Hunter mount. Yeah, so that'll be 2.
Yeah.
If I do
That's
get to
2.
make the Demon Hunter, depends how much time I've got.
Fair
I'm
enough.
recording 2 podcasts on that Monday night. I've just remembered, so I probably won't get to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, put in here, and I'd put in on Twitter at the same time, but we got
Did you get that
awesome
thing I sent you?
emails.
Yes. Not everyone got this email, it seems.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Sirius did.
Okay. Maybe you have to have set like a main character in your settings on the forums or something. I don't know.
Nope.
I meant to ask Phil what he got.
Don't believe I've done that, but I received an email from Blizzard asking me about going into Legion, and it was pretty cool. It has it has your character's name and their class, and then it shows you the 3 artifact weapons you can get and a snippet of the class hall, which is kind of a flashback for me a little bit, because Vendir's original name was True Shot.
Oh,
because
cool.
I was a person with no imagination when I made him.
Okay.
And so that was what I named him. And I was like, oh yeah, the order hall, the True Shot hall. Wait, what? And it was just really
That's
cool.
cool,
Like, it was really funny that just kind of popped into my mind.
I just like that it was like, I feel bad now. Spanky's saying that he didn't get an email, but I really liked mine. Mine was for shamans, and it showed me same thing as you, the artifact weapons and where the class order hall's going to be. I don't know. I thought it was really nice. I'm like, that is very good targeted marketing. Now it could be that Spanky didn't get one because he's pre-ordered, and because we're getting physical collectors, this might be a last-ditch attempt at going, hey, you haven't got this yet, go buy it.
That is true. This could, because I mean, did they? I think they did this with Warlords, didn't they? Like, yeah, something is happening. Return to WoW I don't remember.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I had pre-ordered Warlords. I didn't get a collector's edition for that one because I don't like orcs. So.
Although the physical collector's edition for Warlords was pretty cool.
Yeah, see, Moo's just saying that he and Nat got an email they haven't pre-ordered. Claw didn't get one. Sirius didn't get one. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't pre-purchased. It's we're getting the collector's editions, and you can't register that. Like there needs to be a button that you can say, "Look, I know that you can't see that I've done this, but I've pre-ordered this, so just trust me."
Yeah, but the thing is, if they did that with retailers and stuff, there'd be people that try to use those codes that work there that don't actually want to buy it, or those codes would end up on the internet, people selling them. Even if it was, even if it didn't give you anything as a bonus, people would still be like, "Oh yeah, this code, it does something in WoW. Buy it for $100." And some person would buy it, but who knows?
Well, either way, the emails were really cool. So, but that's about it for the news. Other than Legion's out next week. Like in exactly 1 week's time, we will all have been playing it for 3 hours and 42 minutes, and I'm very excited. So,
well, it's a lot of work for you.
Yeah. So we'll go into our main topic for the evening, which is all about the transmog. And anyone who knows me knows that I like to collect a little bit of transmog because I like to look pretty, but I'm not the only one. And a lot of people are like, no, transmog doesn't matter to me, but they do like it because I'm always asked for my transmog mount, or people zone out so that they can fix their transmog and stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about, what changes happened with Legion coming out with the Appearances tab, and a few bits and pieces that people may not have realised, because I didn't realise any until the weekend as well. And we're going to have a big run through the weapon enchant illusions, because that's one of the newest things that got added for the transmogging stuff. And there's so many to get.
They all look really cool.
Yes, they do. So, Appearances tab added in 7.0, which, we got a couple of weeks ago. Pretty much all soulbound items have been added to your Appearance tab, including items that you obtained during your questing and leveling. But that was only for things that you could equip. So if you were a druid, anything that was a leather piece would have been added if it was a quest option. Cloth pieces, no. Plate pieces, no, because a druid can't wear those things.
It's not something that you can wear, it's your class's armor type. Because as a paladin, you can wear cloth, and a lot of low-level paladins do, but cloth does not register in your appearance tab for paladins and such. So
no, there's a couple of exceptions. There's one of them being that new bonnet that came out as part of the Broken Shore scenario. That's cloth,
I thought that was just a cosmetic item.
Well, it's added to the Appearance tab.
Okay, I thought the item itself, when you get it, is just called cosmetic and doesn't have an armor type. But
well, that's
maybe I'm wrong.
That's a good point, and I'm looking at it in the Appearance tab, and it doesn't say whether it's cloth or not, because that would be helpful. Maybe it does say cosmetic. Somebody else tell me. This is why we do this live. You can tell me how wrong I am.
Yes. And the other thing is, any piece of gear you pick up is soulbound, is automatically added, and it will show you in your chat log a small text message that says this item has been added to your Appearances tab if it's soulbound, and you loot it, like if you're doing old raids and stuff. And so you don't have to worry and check.
I do worry and check because blues drop and they're soulbound, and I don't get the message in the chat, and I kind of wish that they would do that.
Okay, so maybe it's just set for epics then.
It is. It's just set for epics, so that's why we've got a whole section on add-ons, which we'll talk about at the end. But that's why one of the add-ons that I like, called Can I Mog It? I really like that because it just gives me that confirmation that yes, this is actually in there, and I know that there's stuff in the default UI and all of that.
I do love that add-on.
Yeah,
even though
it's great.
So
Spaz is right. You're right. That helm is cosmetic. Thank you, Claw.
So with transmog, it now allows you to hide helmet and shoulders and cloak. But
Yeah.
those options have been moved from the menus to the transmog set options. So you have to transmog out your helm or your cloak or your shoulders. There's no option in the interface menu anymore.
Correct. I'm just quickly doing a test as we speak. Yeah, if you do want to hide your shoulders, helm, or cloak, now you have to go to a transmogrifying person. It doesn't cost you anything. So if you want
Yes.
to transmog anything else, yes, that will cost, as it always has. But hiding those elements won't cost you anything, which
Yes,
is
and
good.
when it comes down to pieces that are dropped in raid that you then trade to someone, it has to be yours, and the only thing you can technically do with it is sell it
Yeah.
for its downgraded vendor price. That's the only point where a piece will stay in your tab. If it drops in raid and then you trade it to someone, you no longer have it. If you buy it off a vendor and then sell it back to them straight away for the full price, it doesn't let you do that. So if you're looking at certain gear that costs gold, you have to pay the gold price and then wait the however long the time is.
2 or 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, you have to wait that time and then either just delete it or vendor it for the smaller price. So
yeah, so that's what I did on the weekend because, like I said, I was trying to get transmog pieces for my druid because she had nothing, and I had just finished running Ice Crown, and I was trading in my tokens for the tier pieces that were in there. And another add-on that we'll talk about in a little bit called Transmog Tokens is really helpful in that it tells you how many appearances are missing, like that you don't have from that particular token, and where you go to hand them in. And one of them said there was a person in Dalaran, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's odd. So I went to Dalaran. This person had heaps of transmog, heaps of it was available for gold. I spent a good 10,000 gold on transmog just for her in that particular session. But because of exactly what you just said then with not being able to sell it back straight away, my bags got completely full. And then I'm like, hang on, my bank is empty now. So I filled up my bags, transferred it all into my bank, and then went and bought a whole bunch more and filled up my bags again, and just kind of bummed around so that until the timer went down, which is a bit of a pain. And what was also a pain was that some of those transmog pieces, either you couldn't actually sell them back, the vendor, it comes up with the vendor doesn't want that item, or I got 1 copper back. I'm like,
yeah.
1 copper? That's just a kick in the guts.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain. I mean, tokens are worth 1 gold at least, or a
Yeah.
few gold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
They have added shirts and tabards, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There are a few tabards that are specific to you needing to keep them on you. I don't remember what the tabard is called.
Yeah, so there's I put it in the tips bit, but I separated it, and then I'm like, no, that should have stayed together. So the tabards and the shirts as well, any of them that have any on-use abilities with them, you have to have the actual item equipped. You can't just have the appearance of that item. You have to have it on. So, for example, if you want the awesome sparkly glowiness from the tabard of the Lightbringer, you have to be having that on and click it while it's on you. The tabard of the Scarlet Crusade, I think, is the one from the Darkmoon Fair where you can go in and get those extra transmog pieces. You have to have that actually on. You can't just have the appearance. So just be mindful of that. If you do have any special tabards shirts that have unique abilities on them, it's worth holding on to them even though they are in your appearance tab.
Yeah. Weapon enchants, we'll talk about in a sec. There are so many of them.
There really are. It's amazing.
Yeah. And the best part, you can save sets of transmog, and your transmog that you have on currently is saved to your spec. So if you're a multi-spec... Sorry?
If you have it set that way, you've got multiple options. So for me, I can have a set for Elemental, set for Resto, which, of course I do, a set for Enhancement, or you can set one that will be applied to all specializations.
Yes, your Elemental spec looks really cool.
I've changed them. I changed them all yesterday.
Ah, well, I think your armory page popped up a couple days ago, and it looked really cool. The elemental one. Although I was like, you were using a fist weapon and a shield. I thought
Yes.
you were supposed to use 2 fist weapons, but I guess elemental
No.
shamans can use shields.
Yeah, shield's good. I don't think that we can use 2 fist weapons.
Oh.
Not as Ellie, anyway.
Is the elemental artifact not 2 fist weapons?
I'm gonna go have a look.
Okay, I will move on then. When it comes to the weapon enchants, like the illusions that they are, there are actually I don't know how many there are, but there are a lot.
Lots.
By default,
Sorry, that's the official term.
By default, you get 5: Guard, Beast Slayer, Crusader, Striking, and Life Stealing. Which doesn't mean much to most people because you just have to go in and have a look and look at like the color or the effect for yourself. Before I move on, did you get Fabulous day 1?
Yeah, of course.
7.0. Okay, so did I. I was just curious if you did, or if maybe there was one piece that was, eluding you.
No, the only one that held me back a little was the shirts, and I just went to the guild vendor and bought all of the ones from in there to make up what I was missing. That was something else I did on the weekend. See, now I'm remembering. I started going around and buying all of the tabards that I hadn't bothered buying previously because I didn't have the bag space for them. So that was kind of fun. I just wish that there was like one vendor who sold all of them and I could just go get them from there. But instead I flew around all of Pandaria, trying to remember who I had exalted reputations with. I know it's in my list, but you know me. Also, it's the elemental artifact weapon is a fist weapon and a shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No worries. Now, when it comes to the illusions themselves, there is a really good Wowhead guide, as always. Posted that link in the chat.
Yeah.
And we will put that in the show notes as well.
Yes.
First up, Enchanting is able to make a whole bunch of tomes of illusion that grant you different illusions depending on which tome it is. They can be bought and sold on the auction house, which is good. You don't need to be an enchanter to use them, I think.
That is correct, but they are locked to levels. Okay. So if you buy the Tome of Illusions Cataclysm, you have to be level 80 or up to be able to learn that. So you couldn't go to, a new realm with a low-level character with a bunch of gold, however they got it.
Where they're cheap, yeah.
But where they're cheap, yeah, you can't do that. So you got to make sure. It's easy to just get them at a level 100.
Yes. There's a Wowhead Google Doc you've put in here?
Yeah, so there was so we'll go through this and in detail, but the materials required for each of the tomes are specific to the expansion-ish that they came from. So, for example, Tome of Illusions, Azeroth is for Vanilla WoW, and it's got things like the Essence of Water and Essence of Undeath and things like that were available then. If you want to go and make all of these, especially if you want to make them to make some gold and to sell them on the auction house, it's going to get a little bit fiddly. So somebody made this really awesome Google Doc spreadsheet that is a shopping list, basically, to let you know how many of each thing you need, so that you can kind of tick things off. It's just a shopping list, but it was just really helpful having this one list all there for me.
Speaking of shopping lists, there's an add-on that I use called Skillet for the skill window that lets you add certain things to a queue. So if I wanted to make one of each,
TSM have something similar as well.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't use it. So I could queue up each of these, and then down the bottom it has a shopping list, and then it pulls up the list of if I want to make 10 of X, it shows me everything I need to pay minus what actually I have in my inventory, which was really helpful. It wasn't working for a little while, but then randomly it just started working again the other day. which I'm really happy about because I can't stand the default UI, even though they have done a lot to update the UI for crafting and stuff. It's still
Yeah, it's
I
still
don't like it.
fiddly. I do like things that give me shopping lists. It's helpful.
Yes. So first one, the Tome of Illusions Azeroth requires 275 enchanting.
Yeah.
It requires 10 large brilliant shards, 5 essence of earth, 5 essence of water, 5 essence of undeath, and 3 light parchment. Will teach you fire, fiery, unholy, and cold light.
Cold light's
the
new.
tome. The cold light is a new one.
Yeah, and
the
sorry,
tome-
just on
sorry.
that. No, you're fine. I'm interrupting you, but that Wowhead guide has a gallery showing you what color each of the enchants is. So if anybody's trying to follow along at the same time, have a look at that, so you can see what they look like. Because otherwise, the names don't mean too much.
Fair enough. Now, the Tome of Illusions Outland requires 350. Is it skill level illusion?
Yeah, they learn them from your trainer. So you need skill level of
Yeah.
350, and the recipe will be available to you, or the recipe, whatever, is available at that point when you're
Yes.
350.
Yep. Requires 10 void crystals, 5 large prismatic shards, 5 primal fire, 5 primal mana, and 3 light parchment. That will give you Battle Master, Spell Surge, and Nether Flame. Nether Flame being a new one. Tome of Illusions Northrend requires 425. Requires 10 Abyss crystals, 5 Dream Shards, 8 Greater Cosmic Essence, 4 Water, Eternal Water, and 3 Light Parchment, and that will give you Berserking, Greater Spell Power, and Icy Chill. Do you want to take the next couple?
Tome of
Is there
Illusions
a-
Sorry?
Never mind.
Okay. The Tome of Illusions Cataclysm you can learn when you're at 500 enchant skill level. You're going to need 10 Maelstrom Crystals, 10 Heavenly Shards, 5 Volatile Air, 5 Volatile Earth, and 3 Light Parchments. And that's going to teach you Wind Walk, Heart Song, a new one called Light of the Earth Water. And then around similar time frame, there is Tome of Illusions Elemental Lords. Now, I saw somebody with this in the shrine right before we started recording, and it is the awesomest looking. Oh no, that's a lie. I'm thinking Elemental Force. Ignore me. Elemental Lords is the tome. Anyway, this one's a new one in Legion. You get it as a quest reward from completing a quest called Controlling the Elements, which you can pick up in Deepholm. It requires Revered with Therazane to actually hand in the quest at the end. It makes you run around and hand in a bunch of things. And it will give you the enchants Avalanche, Landslide, and Elemental Slayer. And to make it, you're going to need 10 Maelstrom Crystals, 3 Volatile Air, 3 Volatile Earth, 3 Volatile Fire, 3 Volatile Life, and 3 Volatile Water. Surprise, surprise, you need all of the elements. But they should be really cool ones. Then we've got Tome of Illusions Pandaria, which you can get from your trainer at 500. And you need 10 Shar Crystals, 2 Imperial Amethysts, 2 Wild Jade, and 2 Vermilion Onyxes, and 3 Light Parchments. And you'll get Windsong, Elemental Force, and a new enchant called Breath of Yulon, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to assume that it's kind of like green.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
Maybe.
probably green. Like that blue-green.
Yeah. Do you want to take the last two?
So the last two are the Secrets of the Shadowpan, which does require you to be revered with the Shadowpan. If you have yourself an Onyx Cloud Serpent, then you're already exalted with them, so it's all good. That will require 10 Shar Crystals, 2 River's Heart, 2 Primordial Ruby, 2 Sun's Radiance, and 3 Light Parchment. That will give you River's Song and Dancing Steel. And then the final one, Tome of Illusions Draenor. This you need to have a Secret of Draenor Enchanting, which is the daily item, and then you purchase that, I'm assuming, from the enchanting building in your garrison. And that will require 20 Temporal Crystals, 10 Sorcerous Air, 10 Sorcerous Water, 15 Savage Blood, and 3 Light Parchment. That gives you Mark of the Frostwolf and Mark of the Thunderlord.
So in reality, these are the easiest ones to get because you can buy all of the mats, or you can buy the tomes themselves from the auction house, or you can just make them yourself if you have an enchanter. None of them are overly difficult to get. Like, I think the only one that would be a bit difficult would be the Therazane rep, and maybe the Shadowpan rep if you haven't done any of them at all in the past. But yeah, they're pretty straightforward. Brumfoldy in the chat's just saying collecting everything for those tomes was a pain. I have to agree. Like, I went and bought them all on my enchanter as soon as I found out about them. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to start doing this. And then I'm like, I need what now? I'll do this later. So it's on my to-do list for, like, down the track. Either that or I'll just, fork out the gold for them and buy them all. Because, I want them. I want them all.
Yes, they are definitely worth getting for people who love the hell out of transmog.
Yeah, but the illusions for the weapons, I think, is a really nice thing. Like, I don't know, it's a nice way to set off your transmog. But then, I mean, like, I'm the type of person, I change my hair to match my transmog, I change my pet and sometimes my mount to match my transmog. So, maybe it's just the obsessive compulsive in me.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Now, there are a bunch of illusions that are drops from old and new bosses, or current bosses, I should say. The first one is the classic of classic bosses, an illusion called Flame Tongue of Ragnaros, which is shaman only. I'm assuming that means it only drops 4 shamans.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one from Classic. Burning Crusade has Illusion Frostbrand, which is Shaman only, which drops off Hydros the Unstable.
There are a lot of Shaman only illusions in this list. Sorry, true. Please continue.
You have Soul Frost from Terrestrian Ilhoof, Sunfire from the Shade of Aaron, and Mongoose from Morose. In Northrend, you have Blood Draining of Yogg-Saron, which, fair enough.
Gross.
Blade Ward from the Keepers of Ulduar. You have Earth Living, Shaman only, from Velithria Dreamwalker. Good luck with that one. I dislike that fight / not fight, but whatever.
But it's good that it's Shaman only because at least they can all heal her up. So it doesn't matter what you're going in as. You can do it if you're a max.
You
level.
just need Paladin lay on hands.
Yeah,
how I did
but
it.
They can't use the illusion.
True. Well, if you're a shaman and you have a paladin friend, because that's how I got the achievement from her doing Portal Jockey. If a paladin walks in and heals her instantly, if no portals open, then it counts for the achievement. The rune of Razor Ice is Death Knight only and drops off the Lich King. My Death Knight will not be going for that. He's killed the Lich King enough. Then you have Cataclysm bosses. You have the Power Torrent of Nefarian, Wind Fury for Shaman only of Alakir, who I'm still killing for his mount.
Yeah, I even went in and killed him over the weekend.
Neither. Fair enough. Do you want to take the next couple?
Yeah, so in Pandaria, we've got the Colossus illusion from Will of the Emperor. No, I can't solo that. I tried to solo that a couple of weeks back, and no, I can't. Definitely one to get some help with.
I went in there after 7.0, not realizing that I had lost Spirit Bond and just got destroyed.
Yeah.
In that instance, because I could not heal myself at all as a hunter.
Oh, my issue was I kept getting stunned. Because one of them stuns, and then you've got the guy that puts up the shield, so you have to hit him from behind, and I couldn't move to hit him. So I couldn't do anything. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm out.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we have the Jade Spirit illusion from Sharafia. In Warlords, we have Mark of Shadow Moon from Ner'zhul, Mark of the Shattered Hand from Kargath Bladefist. We've got Mark of the Bleeding Hollow from Kilrog Deadeye, Mark of Blackrock from Black Hand, which I have that one, and Rockbiter, which is another shaman only one that comes from Tectus.
Everyone's favorite boss.
I was listening. I can't remember what I was listening to. I was listening to something the other day, and they asked the person that was being interviewed what their favorite raid boss was, and they said Tectus. And I'm like, I've never
Why?
heard anybody say that they like Tech. I think it was Belle when she was on Training Dummies. Yeah, I'm like, really? And I'm like, I think that just the Rise Mountains just really got to me after a while.
Yeah, there's a website that spams that at you over and over
Yes,
again.
it's hilarious.
Curious, can you please post that link in the chat room if
Yeah,
you get a
if you
chance?
get a chance. And there are 2 more illusions coming up in Legion, which I'm not going to say. So, because they're spoilery. I hate knowing these things. So, just be mindful of those. They'll drop in the raids and we'll talk about them later. But they do
Yes,
drop
well,
from the first
one of
2
them
raids
is
that
called
come out.
Chronos, and
Yes, one's called Chronos and one's called Nightmare.
that's I don't even know what colors or effects they are. So
They'll be in the list.
true. It's on
And
my
then there's
head.
a handful of others. Take those.
Okay, so there's 2 from Reputations, Illusion Mending, which is from the Guardians of Hyjal, but you required Revered, and then the Illusion Executioner from the Consortium, which also requires Revered. We have 3 from the Holidays, Deathfrost, comes from Ahun, obviously, the Summer Fire Festival boss, Winter's Grasp, which is from... Oh, geez, what do they call Christmas in Azeroth?
Wintervale.
Wintervale, from the Smoky Wood Pastures special gift boxes.
I've
And
got
then-
this to go learn it. I've got this.
Ah, fair enough. And then Flames of Ragnaros from Stolen Presents in 2016.
Ooh, one that's coming soon then.
Yes. So we need to keep an eye out for that when it happens. Now, rogues get one for themselves called Poisoned, which costs 5,000 something.
Sorry, this
Do we
is
know
what
if that's
happens.
just gold?
This is what I get for just
No, it
copying and
requires
pasting.
dingy iron coins.
Okay, there you go.
They're a rogue-only currency, which are obtained when you pickpocket jewelry in Draenor and you fence it to Grifter. This
There
is
you
a
go.
really big pain in the butt to do, as mobs drop between 1 and 10 coins apiece,
Ouch!
and you need like 5,000 for
5,000.
things. And he also sells about 12 or 15 bandanas that cover the face but not the eyes, like a
Oh, yep.
balaclava
Yeah.
of
yep.
like all different colors as well.
Oh wow.
They
Are
look really
rogue-
silly on
well, they would be
a
rogue
they
only.
look really silly on a male Worgen, but for any other rogue race they would look really cool. The specific item that you get is a whistle of some kind. I don't remember what it's called. Secretive whistle. It summons him to you, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain to do, to organize, but
Depends
yeah.
how much you like thieving.
true. So, the final one is Enchanter's Illusion Primal Victory. Now, this requires a PvP rating and
2,400. I forgot to write
2,000.
it down. Sorry.
2,500 conquest points. So, yes, you're a PvPer and you want that one, go for it.
Yeah. So they're all the weapon illusions that we know of at this point in time, and as we mentioned before, they're in that Wowhead guide with pictures. And I'm sorry if you can hear the really loud cars in the background. Some people have very tiny penises. So I can say penis, right?
That's
okay,
fine.
cool. Okay. Okay, so moving on to, do you want to show some things,
Yeah, sure.
or do you want to do it later?
No, we can do it now. First up, we have something that Thor sent in to us through.
Yeah, so we asked people to send through transmogs, and you guys did. Thank you very, 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 very much. So much so that there's now a transmog gallery on our website because there's
Yes.
so many of them.
Yes, definitely. Now, to that is
It's the lumberjack demon hunter. Sorry.
after that there's one from Spanky, which is one of his horrible transmogs.
So this is the Truly Awful Transmog series. I am going to make it a tag on our website as well. Yes, they're just.
Now we
so
have-
bad, I'm sorry.
This one has a pink undershirt.
Yeah, while you're showing these, the add-on is called Transmog Roulette. We'll have a link in the show notes for it. And what it does is that it completely randomizes your outfits. So you can have some really, really fantastically awful transmogs. Yeah, they're awesome.
And we have a truly awful transmog mixed with a mount. This one, which is him in his Felsteel Annihilator.
Big grats on that.
Yes.
I do like that mount a lot.
And then
I really hope that Thor gets it this week so that I don't feel guilty riding mine around.
the last one we have from Spanky looks like a couple of plate pieces, but I guess it's not. But yeah. And then we have a warrior that Cheryl sent in to us.
Yeah, so she had an email going with this as well.
Oh, there was an email attached to it? I must have missed
Yeah,
the...
we were all excited about the pictures, and then like, hang on, there's an email. She says, attached is a mog I put together for my arms warrior. Commode. Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not very good at names. But for her arms warrior, and most of the gear used was stuff Gerdred, her pally, had found. This is the beauty of the closet. She looks great, and these are pieces that Gerdred wouldn't wear. And I agree. That is actually really awesome because I'm in exactly the same boat with some of
Yes.
my.
The next couple that we have are from Winterwolf, who I believe is in the chat room. The
Ooh,
first one
hello.
is an arms warrior, which looks pretty cool. The sword color matches. Just needs to get an enchant illusion for it to match it as well.
Some of the illusions don't screenshot very well, though, I've noticed.
Yeah, I think some of the pictures we have here are the same. We have a Ret Pally from her that looks exactly like Urel. Hammer and all.
Which is awesome.
Really cool. It's really cool.
I do love that set for Pallies. Pallies have some really great transmog, though.
Yes, they do. And then we have a Fire Mage, who she does have an illusion of some kind on there. The second last one is a Marksman Hunter, which I actually really like this set. It doesn't look too good on male Night Elves, but it does look really cool on female Draenei's. And then the final transmog that we have is a Druid. And she does have one of the illusions there. I'm not sure which one, but it's the one that makes leaves come out of the weapon, which is really cool.
I do love that one. I do love that. That's why I'm wanting to get transmog pieces for my druid, because I've always wanted one. I'm just not very good at playing them. Although now with the balance changes, I'm kind of okay. But I've always wanted like a full naturey druid transmog set with leaves coming off the weapon. It's really pretty. I like it.
It is really cool. Now, do we want to go through some of the mount pictures that we have as well, or do you want to save that for later?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's have a look at some of those.
Let's go through the ones that we have first.
I should have looked.
Now, this first one is a bug that happened to Sirius and I. I mounted up as my Nightwing, and then she mounted up, hopped on me, and then it turns out she was on two mounts at the same time.
Of course, that's how it works.
That totally makes sense.
I do love the broom pet that's there kind of sweeping things up. It's like nothing to see here.
He's my favorite pet. He's always there to sweep up after raids.
Sorry, Claw's dobbing me in as a pally from when I was a pally healing in the old guild with him, and I put myself on Iron Juggernaut rather, which it was a scary fight. Okay.
Yeah. I have me on my Mimiron's head, which I'm so happy that I have. In my old mythic transmog, which I was crossing my fingers every time I got a mythic cache to get that helmet and shoulder piece. And the belt too looks really cool. We have Cinder on her moose.
Moose! I was very happy to get the moose. It was the last raid that I did with Deadline. It's very sad. But
we have Cinder
like
floating on her transmog mount.
Yeah, because it's so big. It's so
It
big.
fits. Like the setting fits to the yak. Like you could have stood in Pandaria and it would have been like, okay, fair enough, but it's like it looks like it's in a palace.
It really does. It is the palace for my yak. It should be honoured. It is a transmog yak. It serves a very, very important purpose. My favourite thing about that yak mount is if you jump from a high distance, so it's in the air for quite a while, its little tail just goes wee, it wiggles, and it's absolutely adorable. You have to look at it next time.
Yeah. And we have Siok on his cloud, which is not technically a mount, it's a glyph, but I love the hell out of it because I can just... It's kind of like Flight Form for druids. You can just use it instantly when you're falling. There's no cast time for it, which I love.
Yeah.
Moves really slow though, so you can catch yourself falling, then mount up while mid-air floating, which is really cool. We have Zuralin with her Cloud Serpent. I think technically that's before you get it as a mount, but it's one of the few mounts you can actually take a photo next to.
Yeah.
Which I really, really like. And then the final one from us is me on my favorite ground mount, which is simply just an ice hoof because it's huge and it makes sense for my Pandaren to be riding that thing around. Now, we have a few pictures from people in the chat room and listeners in general. The first one is from Mugaiva on his turbocharged flying machine.
I like that mount. It's good.
Yeah. And then we have the real life version that he has at home.
I love that so much. I really
Yes.
do. I wish I had more room for WoW things. It's the trouble with being in a tiny, tiny apartment. There's no room for all the paraphernalia we want.
Yeah. We have Ro on his Ironbound Wraith Charger in a pretty cool Paladin transmog.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
I love that mount too. I like
Yeah,
it.
I still don't have
looking.
it. Then Natani on her Frostbrood Vanquisher from when she got her achievements the other week, when she was on as a guest.
Yeah.
We have Moriarty on his Sparkling Dragon, which I am jealous of because I want that mount.
Yes,
it just looks so damn cool.
It does. It does.
And the next one is Mickey on her moose.
Yay, congrats, Mickey.
In the moon, which looks really cool. Like the way she's taken it.
She takes the best screenshots. She's really, really, really
She
good
works
at
at Blizzard. She gets to take the best shot.
Do you, I don't think like on day 2 of working at Blizzard, they're like, okay, now we're gonna have a screenshots training session.
You work here, you can't post horrible screenshots unless that's what you're going for, which is then you have to fill out some kind of form. Because otherwise you get in trouble. Yeah. The next one is Marty Phoebe. So many nice screenshots with really cool backdrops as well.
Yeah.
And then we have our first reported case of a mechanized lumber extractor. The 300 toys. From
So
Gildina.
impressed. I'm so impressed.
And jealous.
Yes, that's also another word that I would use to describe how I'm feeling. Oh,
It's a
300
really
toys
cool
seems
mount.
so far away.
It does. It so does. You're at 200, I'm at 140, so...
Yeah, but it still seems like a long way away anyway.
Yeah. And that's about it. Now, There are tons more, and I would
Oh my goodness, so many, yes.
have loaded up tons more, but the program I'm using kind of has a limit to the number of pictures I can throw in it. Otherwise, it would just crash. So I pushed it to as much as I could. So,
But-
yeah.
They are all up in our galleries up on the website. So we've got a mount gallery, a toy gallery, and a transmog gallery. So all the transmog ones are up there. So Winterwolf, that correct? Yes, Winterwolf. Sorry, Winterwolf. Winterwolf sent through a whole bunch of transmogs for most classes, and they're really, really awesome. So I highly recommend having a look in there. And if you've got any that you would like us to add, please send them through, because it's really nice going in there, having a look and seeing what other people are doing with their outfits. Moriarty, my Pally transmog is in there, so I do play her. She's one of my main alts. One of my many alts, but one of my main alts.
Yep.
So we were just going to have a quick chat just about with saving the outfits and how to do that, because I know that a couple of people haven't done that yet. So you have the ability to save an outfit if you find one that you're like, oh yeah, this is really cool. So this is something that I do as well, because I get distracted very easily, and I'm like, oh, I got this great new piece of transmog. I wonder what set I can make. And it's very similar to Mogget, which a lot of people have had for years and years, but now it's in the game itself. And so if you save a set, you can then equip it at any point in time, whenever you want.
Yes.
It's really cool.
And the sets are saved per character.
Yeah, that's the only downside, because I'm like, it would be really cool if I could export this and send like something that I put together on my monk. If I put it together and I'm like, oh, that'd actually look really, really good on my druid. It'd be good if I could send it to my druid and say, hey, this is what you should be wearing.
Yeah, if the transmogs were shared across armor classes, like I make a plate set of transmog gear, all my plate wearers can wear it.
Yeah.
Or can access
it would
it.
be cool.
I mean, maybe are class-bound items from old raids still class-bound when they become appearances? Like the old stuff from Molten Core?
You know what? This
Because
is
I know you
something
can't
that-
learn it without a specific class, but I'm not sure if someone else who's a different armor type can, same armor type can then learn it. Because I know I've picked up the Paladin set and the Warrior set so many times over on my Death Knight, running through Molten Core trying to get the Legendary in there, and I'm like, I can't even learn it. I would love to put this in my... just put it in the tab for when I make a Paladin, but... nope.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm just quickly logging over, because the only duplicate that I've got at max level is I've got my mage that I've had as a main for a really long time that has a whole bunch of stuff that my priest, I'm going to see if she can wear any of it. Once it all loads, everything's a little bit slow this evening for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to transmog, you can't wear gear, you can't transmog into gear that is lower than your level, which is kind of annoying because I wanted to transmog my level 91 druid, who's a Tauren, into the new invasion armor that drops, because
yeah.
I've bought all 4 armor types, and it's like, you need to be level 100 to wear this. I'm like, damn it, I want to put it on him now, 'cause
that
it looks
was
cool.
really frustrating. I have to agree.
Yeah. So
one
I
of the
think
things
that
that I
means
only
if you can't wear it, then you can't transmog it. So maybe.
Yeah. So it's going to be level appropriate. So you'll notice. So I've noticed this on my warrior, because I got her and I'm like, oh, she needs to be all pretty and dressed up. And my Pally has so many great outfits. And I went into the tab, the appearances tab, and it said, you know, there's like 3 items to choose from. And I'm like, what now? I have way more than that. But as you level up, more and more become unlocked. So it'll only be what you can actually wear at that particular level. So once you get into the 80s, for example, then you'll have all of the Cataclysm stuff available to you, and so on and so forth. So just be mindful of that. But having said that, BC had so much cool stuff. It's really, really cool stuff. So
Yeah. We already talked about on-use abilities. Needing to have them, not just transmog them, so yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that I was just going to say about saving the sets is when you're saving them for a specific spec, one of the things that will make your life a lot easier for this, especially if you have slightly different items for your different specs. So my Resto Shaman is my main, and her off spec is Elemental, and they have most of the gear is crossed over, but there's differences in weapons, and sometimes I'll have a bit here and there that's better on one than on another, so things would look a bit different. I save gear sets in the character UI, so I've got one for my Resto set, one for my Ellie set, and then I've saved my appearance set for per specialization. One, it helps me know when I'm wearing the right gear, because the number of times I've tried to do fights in my elemental gear with my elemental trinkets, which, you know, have nothing on them and nothing useful, is staggering and embarrassing. And I probably shouldn't have been.
I only play one spec.
Yeah,
character.
But it also, so it's a nice visual trigger if I'm seeing an outfit in this particular color and I'm trying to start healing. I'm like, no, wait, that's not the healing dress. Hang on, let me change this over. So it's a good
Those
way
aren't
to
the healing pants.
Yeah, exactly. These are my healing pants. And also, like, if I've got different weapons, they won't match my transmog if I've got them set to like the outfit set to the specialization. So, you know, this can be a nice way to save face.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to add-ons, there are a few. The first one, obviously, being Can I Mog It? It puts a small little icon over the actual icon of the piece of gear, depending on whether or not you can. And it also puts something in the tooltip, whether or not you can. Super helpful.
Oh, that little icon around the icon, like the appearance around the icon, that only works if you don't have something like LVI on. So I can't actually see. Yeah, I do, and I saw that thing was coming out, and I'm like, cool, this is going to be a great feature. And I logged in, and I'm like, why can't I see this? And then that was how I figured it out. So that's a little disappointing, but great if you don't use a UI enhancement thing. So
fair enough. Mona's wardrobe helper.
Yeah. So I was watching Chlorthor's stream over the weekend. And he was doing transmog runs, and he had this little add-on pop up that was amazeballs, and I had to get it immediately. So
this is like the raid achievement helper that I have, that you open up, and it literally just says these are all the achievements in the instance that you're currently in, and then you can tick a box that shows you just the ones.
Yeah, this will show you what transmog really cool. pieces you're missing from each particular zone, and it is the most dangerous add-on that I have to date. Like, this is just terrible for me, because I opened it and it shows you a percentage of how many you've got from each of the zones, and then which ones you've got left.
Me.
Oh my god! And I'm just like, no,
for mounts and pets and achievements. Oh, yeah, collect me hurts.
So much, so much to get. So yeah, that's Mona's wardrobe helper. We'll have a link for that in the show notes. I highly recommend.
And Spanky in the chat room is saying Battle.net is down. Of course it is. It's Tuesday night because we're recording.
It's not supposed to go down till 10.
Well, generally it goes down when we're recording, so we're used to it. But I'm not sure. I didn't check when the servers actually do go down, so
yeah, it's due for 10.
Now,
but maybe
transmog tokens.
Awesome.
Lets you know where your tier tokens can be traded in, and lets you know how many appearances you still need to collect from it. This is awesome.
It's also really helpful because sometimes it will have extra notes on it. So some of the ones from, I want to say Sunwell, you can hand them in, and as a shaman I was able to hand them in for some of the hunter pieces, and the tooltip specifically said you can purchase blah even though you're not blah, so I can purchase hunter even though you're not a hunter, or something like that. So it is actually really, really helpful, because I'm a shocker for just holding on to tier like the tier tokens, thinking, okay, I've got to go visit whatever vendor it is when I go look up who it is and where they are, and then try and figure out what I have missing. This will tell me.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Then now obviously you have Mogit, which is the obvious one, which most people used prior to the 7.0 wardrobe update, because it pretty much was the 7.0 wardrobe update for most people.
Yeah.
And then the final one is Transmog Roulette, is the one that Spanky uses to make completely random, sometimes awful transmog outfits.
It's
Which
pretty
we-
amazing.
We saw a bunch of, and he keeps posting them. Like,
They're
every
wonderful.
day.
They are
It's
really
never gonna
wonderful.
stop.
They give me a good laugh.
I'm just curious if Spanky gets himself a Demon Hunter, how weird the Demon Hunter transmog like randomness is gonna look.
Yeah, do it on your Demon Hunter. He's got one, so there's a couple of pictures that Spanky sent through that I need to add to our galleries. I haven't done that yet. The transmog's
Yeah.
up, but the other ones aren't. And yeah, one of them was his Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm sad
Oh.
that you're not going to play it again, Spanky.
Yeah, well, you can't beat Thor's lumberjack.
He had
It's just-
his monk during Pandaria had the farmer set going on, so with his staff he had the pitchfork and whatnot, and
Yes,
It's really good.
I had that
Love
as
it.
well for a little bit.
yeah, it's good.
Now,
fun.
obviously, there are a butt ton of guides on Wowhead
yeah,
all over the place. I'll pop one into chat now, but there are
that
multiple.
link is actually to all of them. That
Oh,
link will
that's a
show
link.
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
the link to all of them.
That's
and
a
we'll
link
put
to
that
every
in show
transmog
notes as
guide.
well.
Yeah, so they've
Um,
got really awesome, like they've got a page
Oh.
for each class. So it's
Yeah.
like here's all mage specs, all mage sets and stuff. It's so good.
So, good luck falling down that rabbit hole. Transmog.
Well, there's still a
we
week
do
to go,
have-
you know?
That's true. That's true. Now, we do have a few tweets. No voicemail though, but we do have some tweets. First one from Spanky. I'd like to say sorry. I'd just like to say now for all the viewers, I'm sorry.
I don't
I-
think he is as sorry as he's pretending to be.
No. And he's also given us an update. No change to mounts for the last 3-ish weeks. Up to 261 toys, finished Nat Pagel rep, and got the fishing chair.
Congrats.
Pretty cool. And the gamer says, I unlocked all the Argent tournament, all of the factions at the Argent tournament. Now to get all the mounts and toys. /sigh. And I was like, well, it's not like there's anything huge coming up in the next few weeks, so you got plenty of time.
True. And our last one.
Yes,
Sorry, you go ahead.
for it.
Okay. Last one's from Professor Moriarty, who says mount count 283, toy count 277, Chiefs 22,660, and then one more week. Might have to recruit a friend. Woohoo! Have a great show. And then a little cheers thing.
Yes.
So that's it.
We have some emails.
Oh, we do.
We have an email. Two emails. One that we referred
we read
to
Cheryl's
earlier
one.
from Cheryl. And do you want to read the email that we got from TJ?
Yep. So we got an email from TJ who says, so you have all been super thorough and helpful, but if people are seeking even more help, here are 2 things I've found helpful. Number 1, this video, which is from Proper Bird on YouTube, and has its top 271 easiest mounts to get. I'm doing that from the top of my head because I forgot to write it in there. And he says she also has videos concerning toys. And second of all, this step-by-step walkthrough, which we'll put the link in the show notes for as well. And that looks like an updated version of Mount Planner. Is that what I'm thinking of?
The
Yeah.
WoW Armory.
Well,
The simple armory that I use.
Simple Armory,
which is,
that's the one.
Which
Yeah.
is up to date because when I logged in there the other day, it had all of the Legion stuff on it. And that's why
this is just a reskinned version of that.
pretty much.
And then TJ goes on to say, thank you both again. You're my new favorite WoW-related podcast, and I listen to each episode multiple times per week. Keep up the good work, TJ. Yes, the only thing I'd change about the show would be to add some outro music.
Yes. I've been thinking about that and looking into it. Just haven't found the right song, basically. Just haven't found the right thing.
Thank you for your lovely email, TJ. Is it because I talk too fast? Is that why you have to listen multiple times each week? Apparently, I talk very fast. I'm very sorry.
Well, on iTunes, you can slow it down to like 0.75 if you want to, if we talk too fast.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, that wraps us up for our Transmog episode and our first ever live episode Thank you, everybody in the chat room, for joining us and having a chat with us. We hope you've had a nice time. Next week, we're going to have a very quick episode on the Monday night before Legion, just to kind of go, oh my god.
Yes, and we
you know,
will
get
post
really
it Monday
excited.
night. I will post it Monday night.
Yeah. Anything to help us
And-
get through the last 12 hours before it goes up.
Yes.
If you go ahead.
Next week as well. Next week we'll talk about it, but this Thursday, Cinder and I will be in Melbourne for the pre-Legion event.
Yay!
I'm hoping I can catch like 5 minutes with Celestalon to have a chat with him. I've been trying to think of some mount-related questions to actually ask him.
I
But
just
the
want to
big
ask him what
question-
his favorite mount is.
True. The big thing I want to ask him though is how or who we should contact to maybe look at possibly trying to get someone from Blizzard on who maybe works on the Mount team or something. I don't know how their WoW team is structured, so maybe
Yeah, me either.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see how we go. But we're going to talk about that because I'm excited. I'm really
Yes,
excited.
we will talk about it when on the Monday.
Yeah.
But
And if you've got any squeeing messages of joy about Legion coming out, send them through. A voicemail. Spanky, we expect a voicemail of you going squee! Except maybe not quite that high pitched, because that might hurt your voice, and I don't want you to hurt your voice. If you would like to get in touch with us to send us messages of joy and wonder, or to just tell us about your mount count updates, toys and achievements, or anything else that you've got going on, send us an email to rainsofvazaroth@gmail.com, or send us pictures for our galleries, because that would be awesome. The show can be found on our website at rainsofvazaroth.com, as well as on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher. If you like what we've been doing, please leave us a review on iTunes or a thumbs up on Stitcher. And also, obviously, we're now on Twitch, and that's at twitch.tv/rainsofvazaroth, so you can follow us on there.
And we are also on YouTube.
We were on the YouTubes.
Yes, just search Reigns of Azeroth, because we don't have the minimum number of subscribers on YouTube. We don't have a custom URL yet, so you just have to search for Reigns of Azeroth. It should come up. Yeah, that's where the archive of the live stuff will go.
Yay! So we'll put the link in the show notes for that anyway. And as for Twitter, we are at Reigns of Azeroth. Spaz is at SpazWesson, and I am at Cinder_tweets. And that's it. I didn't swear.
Well, a little
I'm
bit.
very excited. We will catch you all next week. See ya.
Okay,
Yay!
we are still live,
I figured that bit.
but the podcast has stopped recording. I guess we'll have a chat with the chat room for a little bit, and then we'll log off, and I'll
Thank you,
upload
everyone, for
the
coming along.
episode.
I'm surprised that this many people came on to listen to our first show. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Bollocks, Moriarty, bollocks! The 30-second delay is actually really annoying.
It can't be helped.
I know.
There we go.
but
I'll leave that up for everyone.
Yay.
Oh, and I can set our new offline image while I think of it, which people will see when we go offline.
Also, huge thanks again to Sirius for our awesome artwork. I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
Yes. It's really cool. You are free if you'd like to talk now, Sirius.
Oh, I tell you what, my voice is going away though, that's for sure.
Fair enough.
You gotta rub what now?
Probably that we're going to Melbourne, or that I am.
No, Sirius says you gotta rub it.
Oh, the lamp.
Oh,
The
I can't
teapot
see
that
a
she's
lamp.
in.
I see Thor's Demon Hunter set.
Well, on here, I can add a file. Go to Dive. There we go. You'll see me fiddle around with the picture, but there you go. That's our offline image now. But when we're not live, that will show up instead of a blank screen.
Oh, right. Oh.
And there it goes.
Oh.
It didn't drop for any of us, Moriarty.
Oh, that sucks.
It didn't drop for me, and I didn't give it to you. It just didn't drop for either of us, full stop. Although, we did get, like, almost 1,800. So, like, Platinum
the score,
is...
yeah.
Yeah, Platinum's like 1,300, and we almost got 1,800. I was like, holy crap, that was a lot of points. Now I just need to do the Iron Horde invasion and get a Platinum, and then I get whatever the achievement is for that. Like, doing all the Platinum invasions, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I stopped doing invasions ages ago. So I don't have any of the mounts. I don't have most of the
I just
things.
never have them pop up. Yes, you are free. I said that before. Poking me in chat. Okay, well, shall we let everybody go?
Yes, unless anybody has any other questions for us, we shall depart. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This was loads of fun, and we're really glad that you all came along.
Definitely. Yeah, so next week will be a shorter show, which fair enough. Okay, and I will kill the feed in 3, 2, 1.